everyone, it's Hayes and we're going to be discussing some theories I have about episode 13 of Miraculous Ladybug Season 5 Migration. But before I start, as always, I haven't read the show Bible or seen any of the leaks, so if you already know what happens, that's wonderful, that's great, but I don't actually want to know. As much as I enjoy making theory videos and speculating about the show, I don't want to know what happens until the episode actually airs, and a lot of people watch me because they also don't want to know until then. So if you already know, I'd really appreciate it if you didn't comment it down below. Thank you very much. So, in order to prepare for this video, I rewatched Silencer in season 3, and I forgot this absolute gem of a scene was in the episode.
Lucky charm! Lucky charm! Lucky charm! Lucky charm!
I won't lie, it has been a while since I've seen any season 3 episodes, apart from Party Crasher. Oh my god, what an underrated banger of an episode. But anyway, this video is very sadly not about Party Crasher, although it totally should be. But the trailer for Migration makes it clear that Bob Ross has finally arrived to fulfill his promise of signing Kitty Section. However, after re-watching Silencer, I'm like, why would you sign? Why would you do that? After the events of that episode, like, no, the man showed you he was super shady and you were like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I'm not one for nepotism, but I do think asking Jagged Stone here for help would have been a far better option. Like, I'm sure Bob is going to screw them over, and with the way Luca rips up the contract, I would assume that's happened. Like, Bob just arrives and they all sign, so it seems like the four of them didn't even read it, and it seems after they signed, Bob reveals his true intentions. As we know from Silencer, as well as his Akuma in Ephemeral, as well as other moments in the show, like with the dinosaurs in Rocketeer, Bob is super greedy, so I would assume he's hidden in the contract somewhere. There's like a clause or something that says Bob is going to end up with most of the profits they make, or it'll be something like that allows his son XY to steal off Kitty Section like he did in Silencer, something like that. So while I appreciate the follow through from season 3, I'm also like, Luca, if I were you in this situation, I would have told Bob to jog on, like, you know he's not good, Luca. And speaking of Luca, in the trailer, Ladybug grabs him, and my first thought was, oh, that's because Ladybug knows that Luca knows she is Marinette. But at this point in the episode, I do doubt that. It seems Luca was the catalyst for Bob's akumatization, so he's obviously the target of Bob's revenge. However, I don't think that means Ladybug won't find out, because I think Luca is going to tell her in this episode. But also, I would also very much like him to tell her, like, please, for the sake of my sanity, tell her!
Please!
So at this moment in the trailer, Ladybug is with Luca and she has done her lucky charm, which appears to be a knitting needle, which could be a reference to the knitting fairy from Wishmaker, which is of course the episode where Luca does find out she is Ladybug. Although this thing is very sharp and pointy and Luca does look very heckin' pale in this scene, so maybe he actually tells her he's a vampire and she's about to plunge it into his chest.
I'm so pale. You're on it.
So I do think Luca will tell her he knows she's Ladybug, but will he tell her he knows who Cat Noir is? Maybe. I'm not sure on this. Now, I know Ladybug was okay with Luca needing to know in Ephemeral so she could tell Suhan, but that was a totally different situation to this. Right now, given Ladybug's fairly calm expression, I'm kind of thinking he's only going to tell her that he knows that she's Marinette. He told her he knew both. I think she'd be panicking quite a bit right now. And at this point in the episode, she also realises how much more danger Luca is in, and is now hiding him in what appears to be the football grounds if we compare it to Pedal Team. Although, in my opinion, she should have taken him to the sewers, but that's only because we've had a severe lack of sewer scenes this season. I'm very, very upset. And I then think at the end of the episode, Luca will be leaving Paris. It's not safe for him anymore to be there. Like, I doubt Luca will get akumatized and reveal his secrets. He's pretty calm, and if he did get angry, I mean, he's been akumatized twice in the past, I think he would pretty quickly manage to get himself to calm down, so it didn't happen. However, that doesn't mean he wouldn't be susceptible to other powers, like the power he had in Truth or in something like Miracle Queen. It's safer for him to leave. I think it's much safer for Luca to leave the city. However, Ali is still in the city and she knows that Marinette is Ladybug. So this is why I'm kind of on the fence about Luca leaving. Like, surely he's leaving because Ladybug is aware he knows both of the identities. Like, he's in so much more danger than Ali. And don't get me wrong, Ali is still in danger, but not as much as Luca because Luca knows both. So that's why I'm kind of like on the fence. Like, part of me thinks he's only going to say like, hey, I know you're Marinette, but I also feel the fact that he leaves is because he also told Ladybug like, hey, I also know who Cat Noir is. So not quite 100% sure for that, but either way, Luca is definitely leaving. Plus the episode is called Migration, and whilst it refers to the horsepower that Bob uses whilst akumatized, it also refers to movement. So I think it could refer to Luca leaving too. But I really hope he's back for the finale. Like, he knows our identities, he's pretty central now in a way, and he did technically save the day in Ephemeral, and he didn't get to be part of the season 4 finale really. So I'd really like to have him back for the season 5 finale. And maybe Alex too, I miss her a lot. And I guess Suhan, but I won't lose sleep if I never see that man again. I swear to God, he's more useless than a chocolate teapot. I also don't think there's going to be a great deal of Adrianette in this episode. They're obviously together, but it seems that the focus of the episode will be on Luca and Ladybug. But to be honest, I don't really mind that, since episodes 10 and 11, Transmission and Deflagration, were pretty Adrianette focused, and it seems from the trailer that Derision is going to be a big Adrianette focus too. The only thing I have zero explanation for is the scuba diving outfit.
If I can't scuba, then what's this all been about? What am I working toward?
I have been waiting to use that meme, and I was like, I'm never going to get to. No one's going to go scuba diving in Miraculous. How the turns have tabled. So the air date for Migration is on the screen, besties, as well as the other air dates we've currently got. I'd love to know what you think of my theories, but please, as always, keep the comments leak free. I'll see you in the next one.